G'day everybody, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. And compared to the previous episode and where we left off, you may notice that we have moved to a different position. We haven't really gone too far, so we were sort of right there. This is the place where we found that the Kithrak and her two wolves and perhaps maybe some sentries were waiting for us, and yeah, I decided not to test that just yet towards the end of the previous episode, but I did sort of pull us back this way, and the only reason for that is because we have probably a need to go back to the camp. I sort of want to bring Gale with me, and that is why, we brought everyone over here, because you can't exactly camp anywhere in here, so we're going to have to sort of do the camping over on this side. Yeah, so as soon as you step through the doors over here, it's too dangerous to camp, apparently. So the first thing we're going to need to do is doing a whole bunch of leveling up. So I have taken the liberty of taking a look at what we need to do, so hopefully we can just quickly cruise through some of these decisions. Right, so first up is Blue. He gets a couple of new perks, if you will. Another favored enemy, and I'm thinking of taking Mage Breaker in this case, because that should give us a decent cantrip, although I'm not 100% sure when we might actually use this True Strike. The only sort of situation that I feel like this could be useful is if we were out of position and we couldn't really attack, then perhaps maybe we can, I don't want to say waste, but we can use our action on True Strike. The only problem with this is that it does require concentration. We could potentially be breaking our concentration for, say, Hunter's Mark or the spike spell that we currently have. But I think it's a pretty decent one to have, and I believe that this just gives us additional proficiency in Arcana, which could be good. And yeah, I think we're pretty low on Arcana, and perhaps maybe it may give us some advantages against spellcasters. I'm thinking, maybe. And then in terms of exploring, I was initially thinking about Urban Tracker, but then it only gives us Sleight of Hand, which I don't really think we need at this point. We've got a lot of gear to help us with disarming and lockpicking, so I figure maybe we go with Wasteland Wanderer. And between the three, I have to say that we've seen fire and poison damage a lot more, so I'm thinking of choosing one of these two. It's hard to choose which one may come up more often, but I think I may just go with fire. And we've seen fire plenty of times, so we should at least be able to gain a little bit of resistance to fire damage. That should be all well and good. In terms of replacing spells, I really don't think that I want to replace anything that I have here with anything else. At least all of the spell selections that we have currently, I'm not really too interested in. So let's accept, and let's move on to the next person. So Lae'zel, so she gets an additional feat here, and I was sort of looking through this, and I feel like maybe I should simply get an ability improvement and to just pump up a couple of more points into strength. So as a result, that should give us +5 to all strength checks, +8 to saving throws, which should be really, really good. So let's accept. And we have Karlach next. And with Karlach is pretty simple. There's no real choices that we have to make. She just gets an additional rage charge here. So the way I see this is if we, for whatever reason, come out of, rage or frenzy, then we can essentially do an additional frenzy if we need to. Like, we can go back into frenzy, I think. And then there's this mindless rage. So Your rage becomes all-consuming, repelling outside influence. While frenzied, you can't be charmed or frightened, and calm emotions no longer ends your rage. So, this spell here, I can't say I've seen this before. That at least it hasn't been cast against us, but apparently this can essentially take Karlach out of her rage status. So I guess we need to look out for this. Perhaps maybe there are some enemies that could cast calm emotions on us. But yeah, humanoids can't be charmed, frightened, or become enraged. So I suppose it's good if you're trying to avoid like being frightened or charmed. But anyway, no real decisions here. Let's go ahead and accept. And finally, we do have Astarion. And pretty simple as well, we can change his skills. And I was sort of thinking about this. We rarely lead with Astarion for any conversations, at least in this playthrough at the moment. So I'm thinking of maybe taking off some of the points that we've put into Deception and Persuasion, and perhaps maybe we can invest them in something else, like Acrobatics would maybe be really good. I haven't really seen too many Acrobatics checks, but if it does come up, we can always bring Astarion with us for that. And then we can just pump up a few more points for Perception as well, so we can, you know, obviously assist with trying to discover traps and whatnot. So let's accept. And that's it for the leveling up for our current party members. And yeah, we're going to need to go back to camp because I think I want to grab Gale for our adventures. But yeah, we are going to need to make a decision on what to do when we go back.
One day I'll catch a break.
And yeah, I'm thinking, you know, both options are bad, but the least worse option would be perhaps trying to fight our way through the Githyanki crash. I'm sort of hoping that we'll be able to not kill all of the Githyanki and perhaps maybe, you know, leave some of them be. But yeah, that's my
How can I help?
current sort of thought. Yeah, let's get you to join.
Would that I could.
And
entourage is
you're
full.
going to take
You'll need to make
Astarion's
room
place.
back in the thick of things that...
Fantastic. Alright, cool. Blue sort of needs a little bit of healing, doesn't he? Anyway, Gale does need to level up as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so it seems like he's gained a potent cantrip, or at least this this perk. Your cantrips become harder to evade entirely. When a creature succeeds its saving throws against one of your cantrips, it still takes half the cantrip's damage. So that's really powerful, actually. So if we do end up casting cantrips, which we often do when we run out of spells or spell slots to cast, then at least we know that we're guaranteed damage, even if it's just, you know, half the damage. So that's pretty good. So a couple of new spells. I was sort of thinking maybe we go one utility and one damage dealing. So I'm thinking Scorching Ray and Haste might be a good idea here. And since we've got Haste now, I was also thinking maybe it's a good idea to prepare Haste. And do we want Scorching Ray immediately? I suppose it could be useful. And perhaps maybe we could replace Sleep with Scorching Ray. Yeah, pretty happy with that. And speaking of spells, it's probably a good idea for us to immediately get Gale casting Mage Armor on himself before we, you know, accidentally stumble into battle, obviously. And what else do we need to do? I think that's it for the time being. here in the camp, so let us make our way back. Alright. And yeah, we sort of need to make these decisions here. So obviously in the previous episode we did go down this way to Lathander's blood, which turns out to be a powerful looking mace. But as soon as we picked it up, well, the weapon outside essentially activates and points itself towards the monastery. And yeah, I believe the entire creche would get destroyed as a result. I mean, we had to essentially try to leave the area or be killed, essentially. So, not entirely keen on leaving the Gith to all perish. And I figure maybe it's better that if some of them do need to die, that, you know, like, they at least know why they've died, you know, like, rather than, you know, suddenly getting obliterated, and that, you know, we are honoring them in battle, so to speak. Now, to be fair, there is a third option, which is to go to the, well, inside the, whatever the artifact is, right? So we're asked to kill the being in the astral plane by Vlaakith. Now, judging by our interaction with Lae'zel when we sort of went through this way, she's sort of made peace with the fact that she is betraying the Gith. So I feel like that's actually a good outcome for us, rather than going through this plane caster, I suppose, and trying to kill our guardian. Again, I really don't know who's telling the truth, but I figure maybe this is the best outcome. So let's leave. And I believe if we go through here, yeah, we tested that in the previous episode, but Lae'zel didn't exactly, you know, turn against us immediately or anything like that. Oh, hang on. Where's Lupus? Oh, of course. Lupus is stuck, as usual. Let's just make sure that Lupus is in the fray. And yeah, we've got, I guess, a bit of a fight in front of us. I'm sort of hoping that we might be able to talk our way through this situation. So yeah, let's see what happens. Maybe I should take off the ring just in case. Hopefully we can talk to them.
These boots have seen everything.
Oh, okay, well, absolutely out of the question. Right, what should we do? I'm just trying to recall our fight with the Kithrak the last time we attempted to fight her in her quarters, and she did seem to teleport around everywhere. The Inquisitor was also very teleporty as well, so they can pretty much close the distance very, very quickly. I just don't know how effective, like, our spike growth would be if we used that. And I'm just thinking, I mean, it looks good here that they're all bunched up, but I'm just concerned that they'll simply teleport out of the spike trap or the spike growth. I'm thinking let's go Hunter's Mark and let's try and whittle down the number of enemies that we have to deal with. So, and I'm also going to use Brace immediately here. Nope. Oh, I misclicked there. I really hate that the game sometimes sort of moves the camera for you. Anyway. Okay, that's decent, although I can't move anymore, which is horrid. And come to think of it, I should have cast Longstrider on a couple of other companions here. But anyway, that's kind of too late now. Ooh, okay. Oh my goodness. Gale. Oh no, yeah, we've seen this spell before. I remember the last time we tried to fight the Kithrak. She cast the same spell and people dropped their weapons and they went into this state where they keep having to sort of run away, which is really annoying. Yeah, I don't know how well this fight is actually gonna go. I can't really do anything, can I? Alright, Lae'zel is still in the game though. I think she may have resisted that spell, so lucky on that front. Definitely want to try and get her in, and we want to try and deal as much damage as possible here to the wolf. I'm just trying to think of whether or not there's anything else that we want to do, but I think I'm happy with that. Let's get in there.
You bow.
Okay, that's one dealt with. Let's engage the other one. And I might try for a menacing attack here. Very good. Alright, nice. Now blue can't exactly break off here from this wolf, which is not great. Target's too close. Do we switch to melee? How much HP does this wolf has? 15. Okay. Kind of want to do as much damage as possible. Let's do an arrow shot. We might roll super low, but with frightened on, they've also got disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, right? So they might not do as much damage on us, even if we stay in position. Or should I guarantee myself a bit of damage? Yeah, let's go in for a melee attack here. Oh! Wow. Okay. I was not expecting that to succeed so well. Alright, Alright, I probably want to try and get one of these guys. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I like that. I do want to move away from Lae'zel though. Purely because I don't want her to be able to recast that same spell and get both of us in it. So I'm sort of wanting to just make sure that we're sort of staying apart from each other. We are at 20 HP. That is concerning. Wow, that is heaps of damage. No. That's Gale down. That's very annoying. These guys are still fearful, so I can't really take any turns at the moment.
Victory awaits.
Lae'zel, though. I mean, she's already engaged with the Kithrak. I think we should use her to deal as much damage as possible. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We've got a few superiority die. I think blue needs a little bit of help, so we might cast Rally as well. We can use our action surge, definitely. Let's try and disarm. Ooh, okay, very nice. So, good damage, but we didn't manage to get the disarm off. Let's do Rally. I could rally Gale, get him back up. And he'll have like 8 HP to work with, right? Might not be a bad thing. Then he can start casting quite a few more spells. Let's do that. I just don't know when Gale's going to go in the order of things. I think maybe he might go back down based on who's going to go next. I think we prop up blue a little bit. And let's try another disarming attack. Oh yes, okay. A taste of your own medicine. Love it. Let's do action surge. And yeah, I don't have any more superiority die though, so it's just gonna be regular attacks here. Definitely want to get Lacerate on. Very nice. And yeah, let's do a normal attack here. Very nice hits there. Okay, just a little more and the Kithrak should be down. Let's end our turn. I'm confused now. I think blue can probably get a few shots in here to finish her off. Or we could try and go for this guy over here. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do that. And let's get off a couple of shots. Oh no! I needed that. No! What? What the hell just happened? Oh, Lord. Okay, I thought things were going so well, but... No, in fact, it is going so badly. Where's our weapon? Hammerhaft. We need that. Let's go and grab it. The only problem, though, is... we kind of need to equip it. And that's going to take up our action. But that's okay. I can go into Frenzy immediately. I don't mind doing that. I can't bring Gale up. And what worries me is that Gale is going to die and produce that necrotic aura that he has, which is going to be very annoying. Let's just get in very close to this guy, engage, and yeah, let's see what happens next. So we have two people out pretty much. This is hard. Very bad indeed. Alright, let's finish you off. I feel like I should maybe just expend like Pummel Strike on the Kithrak to save on our actions for use on this Ardent, maybe? Or I could go for Second Wind. Oh, you kidding me? Alright, at least she's down.
I will not know failure.
Yes, very good. Yeah, Karlach is tanky enough, so that's good. What the hell? What happened there? Oh, man. Alright, I think he did some kind of a movement attack, which downed her. Let's actually take a look. Psychic Rend. Okay. $20 HP. Let's jump in, do a little bit of damage that way, and then we'll hopefully be able to finish him off. Good. Yep. Ah, oh, damn it. I don't know if we'll survive this, actually. God damn it. Maybe we'll make it.
Easy.
Yes, come on. Oh, God. Alright. Oh my goodness. Let's get everyone up and... well, we're gonna have to go back and revive Blue, really.
Let's go.
That's horrid. And I suppose we're going to need to do a long rest immediately. Do I go for loot right now? Well, to go back to the camp, I sort of need to go back to where we started the episode from, so we may as well go for all of this loot now, and yeah, that way when we come back we're ready to just press on. So let's have a look here.
One true way. Let's have a look.
Man, that was a horrible fight. Giant space hamster. What? We'll take everything. I should be sending a lot of stuff to camp, to be honest. Oh. Yeah, I was wondering what this was. So that's kind of like, if you fall off, like, ledges or go into chasms and stuff. Essentially, this will be a way to access your things. That makes sense. Gale, you need your staff back. Yeah, I picked up Gale specifically for this fight, and he was not useful at all. So much for preparing. But anyway, let's continue picking up all our things. Blue, we probably don't need to pick up Blue's stuff. What is this? Soulbreaker Greatsword. Take a quick look at that. Wow. It's additional psychic damage. Githborn Psionic Weapon. When wielded by a Githyanki, this weapon deals an additional 1 to 4 psychic damage. Seldom caught unawares, you gain a +2 bonus on initiative rolls. Wow, this is a really good weapon. Soulbreaker. Rend the enemy's body and soul and possibly stun them. 11 to 21 damage. And this is something that we can use every short rest. That is really cool. I mean, this is obviously the better option, so let's equip it immediately. And yeah, because she's a Gith, obviously she'll get those benefits. Yeah, okay, that looks good. Yep. I'll send... Well, I guess maybe I should just send everything to camp, to be honest. What does the Kithrak have? Just a bit of armor, some food. Alright, what a fight, what a fight. Okay, are we missing one of the sentries? Or did I get all of them? I think maybe I did. Alright, let's go back, and it's time to go back to the camp. And yeah, long rest time. That was crazy. We could have easily lost that fight as well. I think we just really got lucky on our rolls. It turned around so quickly as well. Like, as soon as Blue got pushed down that chasm, things pretty much turned around for the worst. Alright, so... let's go to the camp first, and... let's get Blue respawned. Or... revived.
Ah, I shall be here in thy camp, for whenever thou hast need of my services.
Hang on, why can't we revive Blue? Or is there an item that we need from our corpse? Care to explain why you're helping me?
Be assured, it is not by choice.
I don't have the option. Perhaps maybe I needed to obtain something. Bear with me. Excuse me? Do we just use a scroll of Revivify?
Take you.
Need healing.
Okay. That was interesting. I thought we could get Blue revived with Withers.
Looking ahead.
But perhaps maybe... What just happened there? Something exploded? Not sure what exactly. I'm gonna have to rewatch that. Anyway, let's head back to camp because I desperately need that long rest now. I don't understand why we couldn't go to Withers to revive ourselves, but perhaps maybe, you know, one of you guys might be able to enlighten me, but yeah, that seemed a little bit weird. I feel like maybe it has happened another time as well, where we were trying to get a revive and we couldn't do it. So we had to use one of our scrolls there. Not a big fan of having to do that. In fact, before I forget, I should at least split one more of those and give it to Lae'zel. But yeah. I mean, we don't really need to do anything else aside from doing that long rest, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, wow. Kind of a crazy start to, well, is it even the start of the episode anymore? I guess we're already midway.
Speak quickly.
I'm just checking in with everyone to see if they have anything else to say. I guess Lae'zel has already made her peace with some of the stuff that's happened in the creche. Karlach?
Copper for your thoughts.
No. Nothing about
I should speak up.
Coulson.
You wish to speak?
No, no one seems to have an opinion about anything that's transpired so far.
Well met.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
Ah, by quite the cozy setup you have here.
Nope. What about Shadowheart?
I was hoping you'd come to chat. What do you need?
Yeah, we do need to explore the first option at some point. Not now, I don't think. And I suppose we could bring Shadowheart with us now that we have, you know, confirmed our stance with the Githyanki that we're not, you know, relinquishing the artifact. Gale?
What's on your mind?
No. Let's see, do we perhaps replace Karlach? She has been really good and obviously very clutch towards the end of the previous battle, so... but I think maybe it might not be a bad idea to
Well,
get
my day
Karlach
just
to join.
improved. Did you want some? A bit crowded, don't you think? Wonderful.
And I guess we do need to level her up as well, so... Let's see. Okay, not a lot of decisions to make. She gets one more level 3 spell slot, Channel Divinity Charge, and War God's Blessing. Endow a nearby ally with the glory of your god to grant them a +10 bonus to their attack roll? Wow. Yes, please. I suppose maybe this is something that you can only do every so often, like maybe once every short rest or long rest. Let's take a look at our spells. Yeah, so I think before we may have had only 8. I don't recall preparing daylight. So let's take that off, and we get to choose one additional spell. And yeah, this could be a difficult choice. Beacon of Hope. Your allies will regain the maximum hit points possible when healed. They also gain advantage on wisdom saving throws and death saving throws. I did have a read of this previously, and I thought this could be quite useful if you cast it at the very beginning of a battle, knowing full well that you'll be using Shadowheart to do a whole bunch of heals during the battle. So yeah, perhaps maybe that's the way to go. We've got a lot of healing spells, which is good. I don't really think we need even more. This Purify, I don't know if we've used Purify very often, have we? Should we be replacing that with something else? Prayer of Healing. But Prayer of Healing is something that we could simply slot in when we need it and then use. So it's not like we absolutely need it during battle. Revivify maybe could be a decent thing to use, although it's only restoring 1 hit point, which is not really much for a level 3 spell. Bestow Curse, the concentration spell. Yeah, maybe we can do something like this. Bestow Curse. Is there any other spell that requires concentration that we would be using regularly though? I think Bless is probably a better concentration spell to have. AoE attack, maybe? Let's experiment with this. I mean, I don't know when we would have a chance to use it, but the other thing that I'm thinking of is this Beacon of Hope. We've got a lot of level 3 spells, and I'm only going to be able to cast like a couple of them if I'm not mistaken. What about this? Enhance Ability. This could actually be pretty good as well. How does it work though? I gain advantage on ability checks with a chosen ability. Do we need to choose the ability before it's cast, perhaps? Warding Bond. This might be the better one to have, actually. Warding Bond. Resistance to all damage, +1 bonus to armor class. Yeah, let's do that. We'll get a few more chances for level 1 and level 2 spells, obviously. So yeah, let's accept. And with that, I think it is time for bed. We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll take one of these supply packs, just to make it easy on us. Oh! Little owl bear has returned.
The cub holds out his leg, revealing a ragged wound.
Ooh. This is interesting. We're not speaking to it, and I'm thinking what's going on here is because we died, we no longer have speak with animal on us. Oh, damn. Alright, we've got this, survival. Try cleaning the wound. Only need a 10 for this. Oh! No! No! God damn it.
The wound splits open further, a fresh trickle of blood spilling out.
Oh no! Oh man! Okay, does that mean the owlbear will never visit us ever again? And is that our only chance? Unfortunately, we didn't really have any inspiration to use there. Oh man. That was... I mean, we were so close as well. Alright, let's leave this place, and what I'm trying to do, guys, is I'm trying to be able to eventually sort of get ourselves out and perhaps explore other areas before coming back. I know that the blood of Lathander is still something that we need to do. But what I'm thinking is there's something missing, like some kind of device that needs to go into the slot before we even interact and try to grab the mace. And I think that might deactivate the whole, you know, weapon situation. But the problem is I don't know where that device is, and I get the feeling that it might be around the camp somewhere. At the same time, I don't really want to have to kill every single, you know, Githyanki that I see. Ooh. Gloves of Belligerent Skies. Thunderous Conversion. When the wearer deals thunder damage, lightning damage, or radiant damage, inflict 2 turns of reverberation upon the targets. What does that do? Affected entity has a -1 penalty to strength, dexterity, and constitution saving throws. And the entity has 5 or more turns of reverberation. It takes 1 to 4 thunder damage and possibly falls prone. Wow, okay. That is actually pretty good. We sort of need someone who does a lot of that elemental style damage. Actually, another thing that I haven't done is to sort of distribute all of the nice sort of knickknacks that we've found in the previous episode. So let me just pop the ring back on, or hang on, should I leave it on? Maybe I'll leave it off for the time being. We don't know if we might be speaking to some people. I don't know, I'm thinking Gale does a lot of thunder and fire damage. I don't know about the other type, but let me just take a look here. Oh, hang on, where are the gloves? Oh, did I even pick it up? No. That's the problem. Okay, so it is either thunder, lightning, or radiant damage. I mean, we do a whole bunch of lightning damage. But I don't think I want to get rid of Gloves of Archery. You know what? I think this is maybe best for Will. I might actually save it for him. So let's send that to the camp. In fact, I could probably send a few other things to camp while we're at it. And this strange chunk of amber with some blood in it. Maybe this can go as well. Okay, looking better. Probably have a lot of supplies that can go back to camp, or... oh, maybe not. Move all of this. I think Karlak might have a few things on her that we need to fish out as well. And... all of this stuff sent to camp. Let's move this there. Alright, so a few additional things that we've found. So, Hoarfrost boots. You cannot fall prone while traversing icy terrain. I mean, Gale doesn't really have any good pair of boots, so we may as well pop that onto him. But if we find ourselves really needing something like this, it's very situational, but hopefully we remember that he's got it. And we've got Strange Conduit Ring. While concentrating on a spell, the wearer's weapon attacks deal an additional 1 to 4 psychic damage. So we need someone who would be using a concentration spell continuously. But we need someone who's going to be using their weapon to deal attacks with. So, yeah, thinking about it, this is probably not good for Gale, because he won't really be using his staff, and instead obviously casting spells. While concentrating on a spell. I mean, blue often concentrates on spells. Yeah, this is a concentration spell, this is a concentration spell. I think it might be a good thing to have blue wear this every time he's not needing to, you know, pick locks and stuff. So, let's pop that on. Skin Burster. Could this be a decent weapon for Shadowheart? I'm sort of thinking that we are most likely going to be facing enemies that are, I guess, Githyanki, right? So the mace, I mean, the mace is still pretty good, but maybe this is a little bit better for dealing with undead. And maybe we can use the Skin Burster instead? Again, 2 turns of Force Conduit when we deal damage. What is that? Bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage against the affected entity is reduced by 1 per turn remaining. If the entity takes damage while it has 5 or more turns remaining, it deals 1 to 4 force damage in a 6-meter radius. What? Don't quite understand that. While it has 5 or more turns remaining. Oh, okay, this is something that we will gain. They gain 2 turns of Force Conduit. It's a condition. So we get reduced damage, and if we take damage while we still have 5 or more turns remaining, we'll automatically deal 1 to 4 force damage in a 6-meter radius. Would that affect our allies, though? I'm not sure. But I'm willing to give it a go, though. And then we've got this. So, Necklace of Elemental Augmentation. When one of your cantrips deals acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage, add your spellcasting modifier to the damage dealt. I don't think I want to replace Salune's Dream for Shadowheart, because that could come in quite handy, especially outside of combat. But, maybe, I'm just looking at what Gale has here. Amulet of Lost Voices, Speak with the Dead. So, I don't think this is something he needs anymore. The reason being is Blue has Speak with the Dead anyway, without the need for any equipment or anything like that. So we don't really need to bring Gale with us all the time to speak with corpses. So I think I might actually be able to take that off now and maybe put something like that on him. So that should give us additional damage, especially if he's using cantrips, which he does have a couple that deal fire and cold damage. So less likely, obviously, for him to be using cantrips very often, but if we run out of spell slots, then that's when we'll start using his cantrips, right? So it could be useful. Could be, being the keywords. Alright.
I'll take this way.
Let's get moving. Actually, before we press further, I think it's maybe a good time for us to prepare ourselves a little bit. Let's get Quoth in. And I also want to cast Longstrider on everyone. And speak with animals as well. I think we can cast Longstrider on absolutely everyone, including all of our summons, right? So... yeah, I should have done that, like, in the previous, or before the previous battle as well, to be honest.
Can't give up now.
Anyway, here we are. Try and learn from our mistakes. Alright, so... I'm expecting there'll be, like, heaps and heaps of Githyanki just waiting for us, and we'll have to fight waves and waves of enemies to try and get out of here. But yeah, the problem is we can't exactly like portal our way out from here. I can't remember if we can portal our way out from yeah, I mean, we can't portal our way out from there, but I wonder if we can portal our way out from back here and not have to face the Gith. Because if we can do that, that would be fantastic. I don't really see any Githyanki over here, so that's good.
No traps, please.
Nothing. Okay. Opening a lot of these crates doesn't count as stealing anymore, which kind of leads me to believe that everyone and everything is just simply hostile out here. Possibly. Let's just... Sorry guys, I know I'm toing and froing here, but I want to go back and I want to see if I can just simply portal my way back to Rosimon Monastery, because if I can get out, that'd be great. And I'm thinking... Yeah, we probably want to try and find this, you know, device that we need to get the mace. Where could it be though? I mean, if the Githyanki have it, then we might not even have a choice but to fight all of them. In which case I'd have to come back here anyway.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Alright. Yes, I can actually portal my way out from here. So, why don't we go back to the monastery portal. And from here...
Then through.
Let's try and go back in. Oh, yeah, that's right. I didn't pull the lever for this door. That's a problem. Wait a sec. If I'm not mistaken... Yeah, I think there should be a way up this way, right? Yep. Okay. Yeah, we should be able to get back in, and yeah, I do want to try and open that door so that we have a bit more of a shortcut when we need to sort of traverse through this area. Let's just make sure everyone's following us properly.
Let's get going. With haste.
No time to
What's
dally.
going on with Shadowheart?
No time to rest. Need to find a way forward.
Okay. Potion of animal speaking recipe. Did I not see this when we were here last? I guess not. This recipe I discovered entirely by mistake. It turned out to be my greatest breakthrough in the search for a cure to growing new scales. After imbibing the errant potion, I heard one of the magpies brag about a beautiful platinum scale it had found. The scale itself is one of the most powerful objects I have ever seen. I suspect it might have come from the god Bahamut himself. If only I could harness its powers, I am sure I, too, might someday be covered once again, this time even in platinum. Meanwhile, here's the recipe that brought all this on. Recipe for 1 potion of animal speaking. Extracts needed, essence of acorn truffle, salts of rogue's morsel. Method: carefully sprinkle your salts through your essence, making sure none of the latter escapes. Cork the bottle and gently swirl in a pattern 8. As always, remember, when in doubt with alchemy, just recall the rule of 3, thrice the same ingredient forms an extract excellent. There we go. Alright, so we've got Potion of Animal Speaking unlocked. For emergencies, I guess, when we need it. Yeah, I'm just trying to remember. I think we need to go through here and yeah, back this way, I think, to jump down. We are going to need Featherfall, though. Oh yes, and there's the matter of this puzzle that we still need to solve. We are looking for a ceremonial hammer, if I'm not mistaken. So, I'm not entirely sure where that ceremonial hammer might be, but potentially, maybe the Githyanki have it. Maybe it's in the crash somewhere. And if so, we're going to have to go back down there and fight more Githyanki, unfortunately. But, hey, I mean, if Lae'zel has already, you know, accepted that, she's going to betray them, or they have betrayed her, then, maybe it's not such a bad thing that we fight them. Alright, Gale, I think we've got Featherfall. Let's get that in. Very good.
Still alive.
Alright, let's jump back down. Just make sure that everyone actually follows us. And yeah, Quoth shouldn't really have any trouble.
Swift as my feet can carry me. Never a dull moment.
And I might actually just quickly switch out the spell once more.
With haste.
Okay, let's pull this lever. Oh, you know what, guys? I just had another thought here, but perhaps the puzzle with the weapons has something to do with Lathander's blood. Potentially. And perhaps maybe by solving that puzzle, we could
blood?
perhaps get the whatever it is that we need to deactivate the super death weapon that's above the monastery. Perhaps. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna sign out here. Hope you enjoyed it. Drop me a like if you did. Stay true. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.